Have you ever taken your morning supplements feeling proud, thinking you were doing the right thing for your health? Maybe it was a multivitamin, a fish oil capsule, or a calcium tablet. You lined them up on the kitchen counter like a shield against aging. You took them with your coffee or maybe a glass of water, confident that they were keeping you strong. But what if I told you that two of those pills, when taken together, might be doing the opposite? What if that seemingly harmless combination is silently damaging your nerves, putting stress on your liver, or interfering with the very medications you rely on? What if your body, which you've worked so hard to care for all these years, is actually under attack from inside? It sounds extreme, but for millions of older adults, this is happening every single day. Not because they're doing anything wrong, but because no one told them that some supplements just don't mix. In fact, many popular combinations can reduce absorption, cancel out important effects, or create dangerous spikes in your blood chemistry. And the worst part, you won't even feel it right away. You'll just notice more fatigue, more confusion, maybe some strange pains that don't quite make sense. But your body is speaking. It's trying to warn you. In today's video from Elderly Wisdom Lessons, we're going to uncover the most dangerous supplement combinations older adults must avoid. And by the end, you'll know exactly which ones to separate, which ones to skip, and how to protect your health with simple, smart steps. Let's begin. Let me tell you about Alice. Alice is 76 years old. She's sharp, independent, and proud of the way she takes care of herself. Every morning, she lines up her pills like clockwork. She reads the labels, she organizes her weekly pill box with care. She takes a multivitamin, a B complex, a calcium pill, a little magnesium, and her doctor-prescribed statin, all washed down with warm water and a smile. Alice believes in doing her part. "I may be getting older," she tells her daughter, "but I'm not giving up on my health." She thinks of it as armor, each pill another layer of defense. But slowly things began to change. She started waking up tired. She felt more anxious, more forgetful. Her legs cramped at night. Her balance felt off. She figured it was just age, just life catching up. Until one day, her doctor reviewed her blood work and asked a question that surprised her. "When are you taking your supplements?" he asked. "And which ones are you combining?" Alice was confused. No one had ever asked that before. That's when he explained that some of the combinations she had been taking every single day were actually cancelling each other out. Some were even stressing her liver and kidneys. Others were interfering with how her statin worked. That conversation was a wake-up call. Alice didn't need fewer supplements. She needed better timing, smarter combinations, guidance. And that's what we're here to offer you today, because Alice isn't alone. Millions of older adults are combining pills and supplements in ways that quietly harm them. Not out of carelessness, out of love, out of trust, out of habit. Let's change that. You might be thinking, "I've taken these for years. If there was a problem, I'd know by now." But here's the truth. Your body has changed. After age 60, your metabolism slows down, your kidneys work harder, your liver clears substances more slowly, and your digestive system becomes more sensitive to timing, dosage, and interactions. The same pills that worked great for you at 45 might be silently causing issues at 70, and supplement combinations are not like medication errors that send you straight to the emergency room. They don't always scream, they whisper. Maybe you feel a little foggier in the afternoon. Maybe your blood pressure is unpredictable even though you're doing everything right. Maybe your bones still ache, despite taking calcium and vitamin D every day. That's the danger. These interactions creep in slowly. You don't notice them until the damage has started. They disguise themselves as aging, as normal wear and tear. But they're not always normal. They're sometimes avoidable. And that's why this conversation matters right now. Because so many older adults are taking supplements with good intentions, but without the information they need to stay safe. And as more products flood the market and more advice is shared online and at pharmacy counters, it's harder to know what actually works and what could be quietly working against you. Today we're going to walk through 7 of the most common supplement combinations that you must never take together. Not just because they cancel each other out, but because they can cause long-term harm when mixed the wrong way. So let's protect the health you've worked so hard to maintain. Let's start with the first dangerous pairing. Let's begin with one that sounds like it should be safe. B-complex vitamins are often marketed as essential for energy, stress relief, and brain health. And they do have value, but many people don't realize that B-complex already contains vitamin B6. Now here's where things go wrong. Some older adults take a separate vitamin B6 pill on top of their B-complex, thinking more is better. Or they may not realize their multivitamin also includes it. Over time, that extra dose builds up. Unlike some water-soluble vitamins that your body flushes out easily, excess vitamin B6 can stick around in your system, and when it does, it begins to affect your nerves. Symptoms often begin quietly. You might feel tingling in your hands or feet, numbness, pins and needles that come and go. You might think it's just poor circulation, but what's actually happening is nerve damage from too much B6. This is called vitamin B6 toxicity, and it's more common in older adults than you might think, because as your kidneys slow down, they have a harder time clearing the excess, and over time that silent buildup begins to erode the health of your nervous system. One woman in her 70s was misdiagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and prescribed medications she didn't need. All along, the real culprit was her high B6 intake from overlapping supplements. So what can you do? Check the labels. If your B complex already has 100% or more of your daily vitamin B6, there's usually no need to take extra. And if you're concerned, ask your doctor to test your B6 levels. Because when it comes to B vitamins, more isn't always better. It can be too much of a good thing. This next one might surprise you because you've probably heard the opposite. For years, people have been told to take vitamin C with iron to improve absorption. And that's true, to a point. Vitamin C helps your body absorb non-heme iron, the kind found in plant-based supplements. But what happens when you overdo it? Let's say you take a high-dose iron supplement and wash it down with a 1,000 milligram vitamin C tablet. That may seem like a smart move, but for seniors, it can trigger something dangerous: stomach irritation, nausea, and even worse, iron overload. Iron is a mineral your body stores, not one it flushes out easily, and in older adults who no longer menstruate or who eat fortified foods, those levels can build quickly. Too much iron can damage the liver, contribute to joint pain, and even raise your risk of certain infections because bacteria in your body feed on excess iron. Vitamin C, when taken in high doses with iron, increases that risk by making your body absorb even more than it needs. A 72-year-old man started taking iron with high-dose vitamin C after reading about energy benefits online. Within 3 months, he developed severe constipation and elevated liver enzymes. His doctor traced it back to iron overload. So what should you do? If you need an iron supplement, take it with a small glass of orange juice or a meal, but skip the megadoses of vitamin C and always test your iron levels first. Many seniors don't need extra iron at all. They need balance, and that starts with knowing when to say enough. Zinc is often seen as the go-to mineral for boosting immunity, and for good reason. It helps fight colds, supports wound healing, and plays a role in taste and smell. Many seniors start taking zinc supplements after hearing it can protect against infections. But here's where things go wrong. Zinc and copper share the same absorption pathway in your digestive system. That means when you take high doses of zinc, it pushes copper out. Over time, your copper levels drop dangerously low. Now you might be thinking, so what? I don't even know what copper does. But copper is essential. It helps your body make red blood cells. It supports nerve function. It plays a role in your immune system, just like zinc. Without enough copper, you may begin to feel tired, weak, or foggy. You might notice pale skin, brittle nails, or even numbness in your hands and feet. One older woman took 50 milligrams of zinc every day for months on the advice of a friend. She thought it would help her avoid colds. Instead, she ended up in the hospital with severe fatigue, anemia, and nerve damage. Her copper levels had plummeted without her knowing it. Most multivitamins are balanced, but standalone zinc supplements, especially in high doses, can quickly tip the scale. So what's the safe approach? If you're taking zinc long-term, especially over 25 milligrams per day, make sure you're also getting at least 2 milligrams of copper. Or better yet, work with your doctor to get a blood test and see where your levels actually stand. Because in the world of minerals, balance matters more than bulk. Zinc helps, but only when copper keeps up. Niacin, or vitamin B3, is often praised for its heart benefits. Some people take it to help raise good cholesterol or lower triglycerides. In the past, doctors even prescribed high doses of niacin for cholesterol control. But here's where it gets complicated. Many seniors today take statins like atorvastatin or simvastatin to manage high cholesterol. On their own, statins are generally safe and effective, but when combined with high-dose niacin supplements, the risks rise sharply. Why? Because both niacin and statins can stress your liver, and both can affect your muscles. When taken together, they dramatically increase the risk of muscle breakdown, a condition called rhabdomyolysis. It sounds rare, and it is, but when it happens, it can be devastating. You might start with muscle pain or weakness. You might feel tired or sore for no clear reason. But inside, your muscle tissue is breaking down, and your kidneys are being flooded with toxins they struggle to clear. This can lead to kidney damage, even failure, especially in older adults whose organs already work more slowly. One man in his late 60s added niacin to his routine after reading it. Could help lower his cholesterol naturally. He didn't know it would interact with his statin. Within weeks, he was in the emergency room with intense leg pain and dangerously high creatine levels, a sign of muscle breakdown. So what's the takeaway? If you're on statins, never start high-dose niacin without medical supervision. The combination might sound like a power duo for heart health, but for many older adults, it's a risky gamble. Talk to your doctor, ask about safer ways to support your cholesterol and your energy, because no vitamin is worth risking your kidneys. Fish oil is one of the most popular supplements for older adults. It's rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which support heart health, brain function, and joint flexibility. Ginkgo biloba is another favorite. Many people take it to improve memory, reduce dizziness, or enhance focus. It's marketed as a natural brain booster. But when you combine fish oil and ginkgo biloba, you might be creating a hidden danger. Both supplements thin the blood. Individually, that might be a mild benefit, especially for circulation, but together they can thin your blood too much. And for seniors, especially those also taking aspirin, warfarin, or other blood thinners, this can lead to serious bleeding risks. One woman, 74, was taking both fish oil and ginkgo every morning with her heart medication. She didn't notice any problems at first. Then one day, after bumping her hand on the counter, a small bruise formed. It grew larger by the hour. By evening, her entire hand was swollen and purple. Her doctor told her that her blood had become too thin. She hadn't done anything wrong, no injury, no fall, just a daily routine that quietly tipped her body out of balance. The truth is, fish oil and ginkgo are both powerful in their own ways, but taken together, especially without medical advice, they can raise the risk of nosebleeds, internal bruising, or even brain bleeds in rare cases. So what's the safer move? If you're on any blood-thinning medication or have a history of bleeding issues, avoid combining these two, and always let your doctor know about every supplement you take, even the natural ones, because natural doesn't always mean safe. And when it comes to your blood, balance is everything. Calcium and magnesium are both critical minerals for older adults. Calcium supports strong bones. Magnesium helps with muscle function, heart rhythm, and nerve signaling, so it might seem logical to take them together. In fact, many combination supplements sell calcium and magnesium in a single pill. But here's what most people don't know. Calcium and magnesium compete for absorption in the body. When taken at the same time, especially in high doses, they can cancel each other out. Your body may end up absorbing less of both. One senior woman named Gloria took a calcium-magnesium combo for years, thinking it was helping her osteoporosis. She was diligent, never missed a day, but when she went for a follow-up scan, her bone density had dropped. Her doctor asked about her supplement routine and then explained that high doses of magnesium taken at the same time as calcium can interfere with how much calcium your bones actually receive. It was frustrating. She was doing everything right, or so she thought, but the issue wasn't the minerals themselves, it was the timing. So what's the better approach? If you need both, take calcium in the morning with breakfast. Take magnesium in the evening, preferably with dinner or before bed. It may even help with sleep. Separating them by several hours allows your body to absorb each one more effectively. And remember, more is not always better. Check the labels. Add up the total from all your pills, including multivitamins. Because with minerals, harmony matters. Give your body the time and space to make the most of every dose. Vitamin D and calcium are often paired together in supplements. And on the surface, that makes sense. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium. It's the reason they've been sold as a team for decades. But here's where the problem begins. Many older adults are already getting calcium from other sources: milk, yogurt, fortified cereals, multivitamins. When you combine those with a daily calcium plus vitamin D supplement, you might be taking in too much calcium without even realizing it. And that excess can have consequences. One man, 79, took a daily supplement with 1,200 milligrams of calcium and 1,000 IU of vitamin D. He also drank 2 glasses of milk a day and ate fortified cereal. He thought he was protecting his bones. Instead, he developed calcium deposits in his arteries, leading to elevated blood pressure and chest discomfort. His doctor found signs of vascular calcification, so hardening of the blood vessels. It turns out too much calcium, especially when paired with vitamin D, can contribute to this condition. And for people with kidney issues or a history of heart disease, that risk is even higher. So what should you do? First, talk to your doctor about your actual calcium needs. Most adults over 60 need between 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams per day, total from all sources. If your diet already gives you enough, you may not need a supplement. And if you do take calcium, make sure it's balanced with magnesium and vitamin K too. These help guide calcium to your bones instead of your arteries, because it's not just about taking the right things, it's about taking them the right way. And when it comes to your heart and bones, that difference could save your life. Let's take a moment to bring everything together. We've covered 7 supplement combinations that many older adults take with good intentions, but those combinations, when taken the wrong way, can quietly do harm. We talked about how B-complex and extra vitamin B6 can lead to nerve damage, how iron and vitamin C, when overdone, may trigger iron overload. We learned that zinc can deplete copper, leaving you weak and tired, that niacin and statins together can overwhelm your liver and muscles, that fish oil and ginkgo biloba may increase bleeding risk, especially when taken alongside medications, that calcium and magnesium compete when taken together, and that too much calcium paired with vitamin D could quietly harden your arteries. It's a lot to take in, and maybe you're thinking, I was just trying to do the right thing. That's okay. Because this message is not about shame. It's not about blame. It's about awareness. It's about learning that your body has changed and deserves a new kind of care. You've spent a lifetime caring for others, working hard, giving your best. Now it's your turn. Now is the time to care for your body with the wisdom you've earned. You don't have to throw everything away. You just need to adjust. Ask more questions, read the labels, space things out, and when in doubt, talk to a doctor or pharmacist you trust. Because small changes, the way you pair your supplements, the time of day you take them, can make a huge difference in how your body feels and heals. This is about power. The power to choose wisely, to act with intention, and to feel your best in the years ahead. Let that be your legacy. Strength, balance, and wisdom. Now that you know the truth about these common supplement combinations, let's make this personal. Look at your own routine. What's in your cabinet? What pills or powders do you take every morning without thinking twice? Do any of them match what we talked about today? Take a moment tonight to write them down, every vitamin, every mineral, every supplement. Then ask yourself, am I combining anything that could be working against me? You don't have to do this alone. Bring your list to your next doctor's visit or walk it into your local pharmacy and ask a professional to help you review it. You might be surprised by what you learn. And if today's video helped you feel more confident, more informed, or simply more aware, share it, because you never know who else might be taking these combinations and feeling unwell without knowing why. Drop a comment below. Tell me which pairing surprised you the most. Let me know what changes you plan to make. Your story might be the one that helps someone else take that first step toward a healthier future. And if you haven't already, join us here at Elderly Wisdom Lessons by hitting subscribe. We talk about the things that matter as we age, the habits, the health tips, the truths no one else is saying out loud. This is your community, a place for clarity, comfort, and strength. So let's keep learning together, one quiet truth at a time. Until next time, take care of your body. It's the only one you've got, and it's still worth protecting every single day.